And they're in her handwriting. That
They are
is really
in her handwriting.
cool.
She has handwritten all this. And I know they have to be from the 30s and 40s because I've got recipes back here, and these are all local recipes. All these people, people at least from Statesboro who are from here will know these names, but there are recipes back here, that one that we're going to do today that has, oh gosh, the graham crackers are a dime for a box. The marshmallows were only in a box.
Yeah.
And they were a nickel.
Yeah. I hate to say this, but I remember.
Do you remember that?
I do. I remember marshmallows being in a box, and not a
But
bag.
not for a nickel.
I don't remember the cost. I would not be aware of how much they cost, but I do remember the box.
I want to do these old-timey, historic kind of Statesboro recipes.
These probably showed up at a lot of church dinners.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there were one of these was always on the table at a church social.
You can see how old that is. There you go. But frozen tea by Ruth Sewell. This is Ruth Sewell's recipe, and Ruth is the only person that I really don't know anything about. And I'm going to have to find something out about her. But the only person who's named on these recipes who I don't really know anything about, but the recipe looked great. These are easy recipes. I would assume they're Depression era recipes because they are so easy. In some of these recipes, it looks to me like they're really struggling to find combinations of foods and things like that, because it was after World War II, after the Great Depression, all of that, foods as we know it today really came onto the scene.
Right, and it was, I guess it was inexpensive, or they were made with things that people already had in their house.
Yes. And you'll see today everything we're going through is, transferable ingredients and recipes and things like that. But this frozen tea is as easy as pie. And it makes 3 quarts. I won't make 3 quarts right here, right now.
Okay.
I'll add some to it. But the recipe calls for the juice of 6 lemons and the rind of 5. So I'm supposing this is my last lemon that I'm rinding on my microplane. I don't know if rinding is the right word, but I'll make it a word. Not that I'm teaching anybody really how to cook.
I call that zest, lemon zest. But
oh yeah. I guess maybe that's the rind,
yes,
the whiter part. So we don't want the white in it. But the juice of 6 lemons and the zest of 5. So I guess the zest of 6 would be a little bit too much. And that's enough of that. And I already have a cup of sugar in there, and there's a second cup. So there are 2 cups of sugar in this. And I'm going to juice these little lemons. And you freeze this. And the recipe says to do it.
Do you want to use this?
And it's all right. That you're supposed to freeze this, and I know what they were using when they did this recipe, in an ice cream churn. But I am not going to sit with rock salt and ice and churn an ice cream churn for however long it would take to freeze tea.